Hello guys and welcome. I'm a little excited that I have a vastly superior car mount for my phone. So that's one cool thing, cool little update. You might have already seen this online, but I thought, I've seen some people talking about it, so kind of wanted to do this, chime on in there. But there's a video online of Rampage Jackson, and that's Rampage Jackson's son. And I don't know if this has come out somewhere about Rampage Jackson, first two letters, Raja. I don't know if that's where he got his name, but it would make sense. But anyhow, there was an incident where he was at a professional wrestling match, not like WWE or like a smaller promotion, and basically he beat the shit out of this wrestler. It was like Syko Smith, SYKO SMITH. That's his ring name. But basically, they had like a little altercation before the match, and then there was like a scripted part. But what had happened is Raja Jackson took the guy, picked him up, slammed him on the ground, and then literally beat the shit out of him and caused the dude to break some bones and lose some teeth. But he's pretty fucked. He is pretty damn fucked. And he is like a trained MMA fighter. I don't remember whose video it was, but I don't think that he has like a great record. He might be pretty new to the sport. And it would make sense because Rampage Jackson was, big in MMA in the early 2000s. But dude, firstly, that is never okay. You can't just go, even if you want to, even if the person you think deserves it, you cannot go and just wail on someone because you're upset. Now, I have a couple theories as to why this may have happened. So he was hit in the head with a bottle, which that's not cool. I guess they told him that he would be able to get his revenge in the ring, and he just took it way too far. First off, mixed martial arts is all about defending yourself. In that situation, dude, the guy is defenseless on the ground. He cannot defend himself whatsoever. Just beating the shit out of the dude and then like talking about like how no one's gonna basically disrespect you probably is one of the most cowardly things that somebody can do. I mean, that person can't fight back. Like, you are fighting a defenseless person and then trying to say how tough you are. That just doesn't make much sense at all. Not only that, is that it's so disproportionate to the incident leading up to it. Like, I get it. If they were going to let you get a hit in, fine. But to the extent that was, it was just so unnecessary. And it reminded me about something that Dr. Mike Israetel has mentioned about PED uses. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of like a roid rage incident, because Dr. Mike did say that when you're on steroids, you are more prone to engage in behaviors that are associated with honor culture. So like disrespect, that feeling of disrespect just gets tuned up, and you are very like aggressive about like no one's gonna disrespect me. It could be something small. Now, getting hit with a bottle, that's not exactly something tiny, but doing what he did not match. So the action leading up to it did not match the outcome, and he knew he fucked up. And dude, Rampage was doing a stream with, I believe it was Aiden Ross, and he saw this video in the middle of the stream, and you could tell like he knew, like, dude, that's fucked up. If anybody knows better, it's Rampage, and therefore his son should know better. 150%. MMA is not supposed to be about going and picking fights. It's about respecting one another and being able to defend yourself, not to just go beat up on other people. So, you know, that's just pretty fucked and cowardly. It was also a pretty like gruesome thing to see on a stream. So the whole thing was streamed on Kick, and dude, like, for what was all this so you couldn't, like, you had to look cool in front of all these fucking people? Is that really what it is? You know, like, look, now you just kind of, whatever future you had is blown. Now, I thought about this. I don't know if this was a fucking, doesn't justify or make sense in any, you know, in any sense of reality that we're living in. But, like, if he possibly thought that Dana White or somebody would see him and sign him, I mean, maybe there's a link there. I don't know, but maybe he thought that could happen. But to be honest with you, when it comes to Dana White, and regardless of the controversy surrounding fighter pay or the UFC contracts, the whole fact that they're independent contractors, don't get health insurance, yada yada yada, that kind of behavior would not fly with any athletic commission or Dana White, and they would never allow someone like that into the UFC. So if that's your goal, you just, like, blew your shot. Like, no one is going to respect you after this. Everybody's going to think you're a hothead and that you're a child. You have the maturity and the brain development of a 5-year-old, but no one's really going to respect you for this. And, you know, I also think, like, I don't know if he felt like he needed to prove himself, because I can kind of see maybe he feels like he lives in his dad's shadow, right? Rampage Jackson, famous MMA fighter. Rampage Jackson, who? I actually didn't even know about this person until the other day when all this shit happened. So maybe he's dealing with some inner demons, you know, constantly feeling like he never lives up to his father's expectations, or whatever the fuck. Whatever your emotional trauma is, like, dude, people get it. Shit happens to everybody. But that is not a way to conduct yourself. I mean, you don't even need to spell that out. I think you could take anybody watching that video and they would say, this dude is 100% in the wrong. You're not really improving. I don't know. You don't make fighters look good. You don't make, like, doesn't make race relations any better. It just, like, this doesn't look good for anybody in this. And it's just kind of sad that this shit had to happen. Like, this wrestler could have died. Like, honestly. That many unprotected shots to the fucking head. Like, and there was nothing black. There's straight fists. No gloves, no nothing. Like, that's just... Honestly, you might try to charge him as, like, attempted murder or some shit like that. I could see it. And I could see them winning that case, to be honest with you. Because it is, at that point, there were so many unnecessary shots. So, yeah, man. Shit's crazy. I mean, I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit, and I don't know. What I learned in mixed martial arts is that you're supposed to respect other fighters, and that really, I mean, yeah, there's beefs and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, you don't do that shit to people. And, you know, if you're gonna do that kind of shit to people, then you don't really belong. You don't really deserve to. Well, I don't want to say you should be ostracized and not allowed to be with society. I like to believe that people can go through the rehabilitation process, but, dude, you fucked up. So, anyhow, that's about it for this video. That was something I've been seeing lately, and I don't know, it just blew my mind that could even, like, someone had the thought, like, these thoughts went through their mind, and they were like, yeah, this is going to go over well. There's actually a video of him saying off camera, like, I guess he was supposed to hit him once, but he's like, no, I'm going to hit him way more. So he already acknowledges that he's going to do. He knows what he's doing is fucking cheap pussy behavior, and that it's fucking past the point of assault, and it still decided to do that anyway. So serious lapse in judgment there. But anyhow, if y'all better be conducting yourself better than that. I gotta say, it's tough at times, but the strongest person is the person who's willing to walk away. The person that throws the first punch, once you've thrown the first punch, you've already lost. You've already lost because you should have been able to use your words like an adult or get away from the situation to avoid some shit like this happening. So, but that's that. I'm going to end this video here. Remember to stay beautiful and that you are loved. And I will see you next time, my friend.